Hey,
Hi, hi. How you doing, Crub?
I am doing fine. How are you?
Good. Just hungry.
Hungry. Yes.
Yum.
I will enjoy my lunch in 2 hours. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
haven't
hungry
had a
for a little
munch.
longer.
Just missed it.
I have a goose call.
Gotta call the geese.
Right.
Crub's ready to
When do
party.
you use that?
I have no idea how to
It's
use
like
it.
8 in the morning for me in the
I'm gonna take it to
morning.
the next conference though. I'm gonna be blasting this in the hallway.
Do it. It's a great way to announce any session. Um,
Exactly. Instead of the little bells between sessions, we just blow the goose call and away we
yeah,
go.
There we go. I like that idea.
yeah. Uh, okay, I guess it's just us. We wanted to, I guess, just finish putting together the questions maybe for the mentorship session on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I
They
thought we
come up
already
fast,
had
don't
some
they?
questions. They really, yeah. I was like, wasn't we still have like a whole month, and then yep, they're here. Let's see. And I don't know if you saw, Ijoma posted a graphic in the Slack, which
Hmm.
is much appreciated. Um, so I think she was going to be one of the speakers. Um,
Oh, awesome.
yeah, I think we were still potentially. I'm trying to find like our. Oh, here are notes. Just gonna post this in the chat for everyone who's here.
Thank you.
So yeah, um, just have to go digging myself. Group.
Thank you.
Yeah. Um, okay, so I'm pretty sure we had some questions. What would newcomers like to see in the presentation? And then Prince was here giving some very good points. Move this over here. I'm not looking awkwardly to the side. Um,
Is that on the notes or?
it's in the 827 notes. If you go down a little.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm just reminding myself. So we expect our mentors to be there every step of the way, but it doesn't work that way. People are very busy. Yeah, that's right. Um, somewhere I thought, okay, yeah, somewhere I thought that we had already put a list of questions.
I feel like there's a good list in these like notes. But we do have a
Yeah,
questions document.
yeah, I'm pulling that up now too. Oh, mentorship. Awesome.
I think we did it. Yeah.
Great. Oh, thanks for posting that.
Yes.
Yeah, so um also sorry, I've been like super struggling with this ring light lately. It like makes me look really unnaturally orange. Um
It's okay. I got like a glow at the bottom here. I don't know why, but I'm gonna leave it.
yeah, I think it works. I'm typically like kind of backlit, and so I don't know if that's like part of the problem. Um anyway, do we need any other questions? And maybe the only other open was still other speakers. I mean, I feel like in the worst case, any of us could like jump in and
Talk about it.
yeah. It's not
I
the LF mentorship though. I've never done that one. Um,
I think we did
Yeah.
want to get somebody from the LF mentorship to talk about it from that perspective. So maybe we can talk to the marketing crew and see if they can find us somebody to help
yeah,
have those conversations.
yeah. Worst case, I mean, it's not worst case. If they can't find someone who's available on Thursday, I know a couple of people that have been mentors for the program for a couple of summers, so we could still ask them.
That might be better.
Yeah.
They had the actual experience.
Okay, yeah, I'll ask those two people. They've done it through CNCF, not OpenSSF, but right, OpenSSF doesn't participate at the moment. And then it says here someone who's a coach. So yeah, I don't, do any of you know coaches?
Not
Um,
certified ones.
yeah. Um,
Or in the open source space, really. I know coaches, just not any in the open source.
yeah, it's not a title people usually like take on. It just sort of happens.
Hap yeah.
So um yeah, I don't,
I think with the mentee perspective, the mentorship perspective, and then you know, the four of us, including Jay, would be good
yeah.
conversation. I think we just need to drive people into the room.
Yep, I agree. I agree. Okay, so any other questions you want to put up there then?
I would
Differences between, yeah, go ahead.
I would suggest maybe we ask what things can the mentee do to make the relationship successful, like setting the agenda, coming in with questions or an agenda, like things they want to cover, and don't let the mentor have to drive it. It should be mentee driven.
Yeah,
Very important.
You get out of these things what you put into it.
yeah, yeah. Oftentimes it's something that mentees, like in my experience, mentees like really struggle with, is I tell them like, we're going to shape this conversation however, works best for you. And then they're like, oh, I never thought about that. And oh, hi, Jay just joined. Um,
Who's this J person?
Hey
He's the,
guys.
huh?
hello.
This is your first meeting. You should introduce yourself.
Yeah, that was cute, Crows. That was cute.
Um, anyway, right now we're just going over potential questions to ask the speakers on Thursday. Can you make it on Thursday? Are you going to be there?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm going on vacation for the next 2.5 weeks.
Oh, even better. Enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Audi 5000. I need a break.
Are you going?
Anywhere fun, Jay?
I'm not. No. I'm not going anywhere in particular. I'll probably end up waving back and forth between California and Las Vegas. There's a huge bodybuilding um, convention, Mr. Olympia event that happens every
Ooh.
year. That's going to be in Vegas from the 11th to the 12th. There's a couple of bodybuilding shows. I'm turning my brain. I context switch. See what you guys probably do this too, but I context switch like about 3 or 4, maybe sometimes 5 different things every single day. Whether it be through paper writing or through the different teams I work with around different subject matters, ranging everywhere from supply chain security to AI security, open source stuff, and then there's a lot of standards and all. And my brain, I need a break. So I'm taking my brain off of tech completely, and I'm focusing on my other passion work, which is health, fitness, sports, nutrition, and mentorship, and helping. I'm gonna get with my mentees while I'm gone.
Nice.
It's completely step away from tech, not step away from tech completely, because I have a couple of certifications I actually want to start studying for, right? So I'll spend some mornings reading through a lot of material and putting my hands on Python and stuff like that. And then I'll spend the rest of the time mentees and bodybuilding and you know, all that kind of stuff. So
Excuse me.
that's the plan over the next 2.5 weeks.
Awesome.
I do that same
Yeah.
thing with jujitsu. Just no work, I'll play.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Yeah, have fun.
On the channel under the image that she added, I added just chat GPT template text. So if anybody wants to post
Great.
it somewhere to get us started.
Thank you. Yeah, I have honestly been disconnecting from LinkedIn a little bit. It's a little
It's a lot.
a lot right now, yeah.
I bet.
But no, I'll go in and post. Yeah.
I'll be ready to amplify.
Ooh,
Thank you. Yeah, is this all we needed? Do we want to maybe use the time that we're all here to talk about sort of roadmap type things? I don't know if we did that last. Guess the last time we met was 4 weeks ago. Where? Ah, here. Finding like all of the docs. I'm looking at the 30, 60, 90, which at this point is a 90, but that window always shifts, right? So, okay, so we've been focused a lot on the I'm
Office hours.
blanking on the office hours. Yeah, thank you. But we also had said that we wanted to actually just seek out potential opportunities within OpenSSF for the mentorship. So I don't know like when programs typically start. I know a lot of them are either summer or winter. So maybe this is the time. Maybe we missed it. I don't
I would
know.
say school year based. So I think we missed this one, but we can get
Okay.
ready for like anything that's in January.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. So then we can still seek out those projects and yeah, see if any of them want to actually have mentees over the summer.
Crow.
I love how it just like has a little dial and raises your hand for you. Two suggestions.
Yeah.
We may want to put together some type of message to send to our community, kind of a call for assistance, where we can say we're trying to energize our mentorship and DE&I program. We're trying to make connections with young people to projects, so we can definitely put together whether it's an email or a Slack message to blast across the foundation to our projects, saying, "Hey, does anyone have any work that would be appropriate for someone trying to learn?" So we can kind of get that list together. And then alternative, in parallel, we have a lot of conferences coming up. I know we have KubeCon, we have the LF Member Summit. We might want to consider about, again, putting together another message. I don't know how many students or young folks would come to the Member Summit, but I'm going to guess KubeCon probably would have quite a lot of new folks to the community. And maybe we advertise some type of coffee hour. We're all going to meet at this place. We'd like to invite people from the DE&I working group to come talk and see if we can start to recruit more people to either participate as mentors or collaborators, or try to find those students and new folks looking for a change. but let's kind of like an unconference style thing where we just say we're going to go to Starbucks and we'll be here to talk wherever.
Like a meetup for the conference.
Yeah, because I probably can't get an official room, but that doesn't stop us from all wandering to somewhere and sitting down and just having a conversation.
The other thing that
go ahead.
The other thing that I think OpenSSF has, or LF, I'm not sure, but it was Khalil that was running it, is sponsorships to the conferences.
Oh,
and I think we reviewed, I don't know what we reviewed, but we reviewed something for some travel funds.
Was that for Fusion?
I think so.
Oh, we have Fusion too. That's another one.
Yeah. So I was like, that's something that once it comes up, we can like communicate through the DEI, because they said only like 19 people signed up for it.
For the sponsorship?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we, if there's 19 people, maybe we arrange to, hey, let's all get our lunch together or whatever. Let's meet those folks, whether they're, if anybody here is going to be at that place.
I'm not going to Fusion. I think of the 19 people, they were going to accept 10. Is that right? Yeah. So yeah, an even smaller group to go there. And yeah, there were quite a few, I would say, just like very diverse people from mostly just very different sort of backgrounds coming into security, and I really liked seeing that. So
we can probably send a message to them too. We have their emails and be like, hey, join the DEI group and learn more about what we got going on.
Yeah, it'd be really great to have some of those people involved. Yeah. I was going to mention that I'm going to a conference, like it's an academic focused conference, but there's still a lot of industry participation too. So maybe that's a good place to reach out to students and get them involved.
I am doing the panel for OpenSSF at Grace Hopper.
Nice.
Cool.
So that is something I got to think of. It sucks because it's on Friday, so everybody's kind of like gone. But something that we could probably do. I don't know if LF last year got a booth. I don't know if this year they're gonna also get a booth, but we can probably give out like join the DEI group or something that they can hand out.
I know that Catherine Druckman from Intel will be there. I think she's speaking. So she'll be there and she could help kind of be boots on the ground for Grace Hopper. That's a really good show to participate in. And ideally would be a lot of folks that we would like to try to get included into our efforts, help them.
Oh, it's Sauce Fusion. I was just putting floss.
Yeah, it's SOS stands for secure open
source software.
Securing open source software.
Thanks, Harry.
Contribution.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can get with Catherine and see how we wanna do that. I'll reach out to her, let her know that we're trying to.
Well, and maybe even it's just, hey, Yessie and Catherine are going to be at Grace Hopper. If you're interested to talk about open source security and kind of how to break in, we're around, we'd be glad to talk. We can figure out a social thing.
We did have a blog that OpenSSF released for it that we can probably piggyback off of.
I didn't even know about that. I'd like to reshare that, the socials.
I'll send it now. I'll send the link on the
Okay.
And I'll be down at Sauce Fusion.
Oh, you will.
Not that I'm the perfect representative for the group, but I'm glad to do whatever I can.
Yeah. That's appreciated. I mean, you're very familiar with what we're doing, so.
You're like the perfect person for it. What are you talking about?
I thought Sauce Fusion was this week. What is it? Was that like October? Is that
22nd and 23rd?
Oh hell.
It is an hour north of Atlanta. So I don't know how many, like, I know they're hoping to reach like students there. I
Yeah.
don't know how many students are an hour north in Alpharetta.
Yeah. So on that note, actually, do you know if planning for like Sauce Community Day or Open Source Summit has started? And like, could we,
For the
because we had,
LFMS?
yeah, because we're, well, not for the LFMS, but just Sauce Community Day 2025. Could we sort of help guide the location that they pick? Um,
I can definitely uh, strongly encourage that with them, since with the change up in the personnel, I think will be well, volunteers will be very much welcomed. People that want to help participate with that planning. So I'll talk to Naomi and Adrian. I
okay,
don't think anything is being planned for 2025 yet. They're working on a community day for Tokyo and
I see.
India right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm specifically thinking about the NA
Yeah,
uh
that'll be.
ones.
They seem to trend planning late, but
I see.
I'll I'll put a bookmark on them to circle back to us in particular that we'd like to participate, give
Okay.
them some feedback on some things.
Yeah, or even just how to actually try to reach some of those student communities if that's what they're interested in. Um, because yeah, picking suburbs outside of cities is not really the way to do that, personally.
The,
Um,
the goal was worthwhile and I think worthy, but I just think the execution on this particular instance is not going to help them get what they want.
yeah.
We can help. We'll do it better next time. But yeah,
Yeah.
the 2025, because that'll be between April and June. I haven't seen the date yet for the North America one, but they'll probably start official planning probably January, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And then the sauce fusion, I haven't heard talk about a 2025 one yet.
Oh, I guess they want to see how this one goes, maybe. And
Yeah, I think they're gonna see.
okay.
So I shared the link on the Zoom chat. That's my post of it. And I was trying to get to the original OpenSSF one and I couldn't find it. It
Oh,
just took me to all their posts and I kept searching and I was just like, ah.
Searching in LinkedIn is not very good.
I don't know how they do their searching, but it's terrible. Unless you're trying to find people, then it's really good.
Yeah. Nice. Um, okay, let's see. I'm assuming we're gonna end early today, but I did sort of want to come back to one more thing we've been talking about, which is the tip of the month post. Um, we just wanted that to be short and sweet, right? So should we just,
Make a list.
yeah, should we just make a list of tips?
Yeah, and then we can ask, I always struggle to pronounce her
Angela.
name. Are we gonna ask
Ijama?
her?
It's
Ijema.
pronounced Angela. It's not the typical Americanized spelling, but
Oh,
Angela's.
Angela?
And
Oh, are you asking about Angela or Ijoma?
Ijoma.
Oh, okay.
uh,
I think it's Ijoma. That's how she says it.
yes, for that young lady, yes, but for the actual
Yeah.
marketing folk, that's Angela.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe talk to Ijoma to create like the little post and then send it out to Angela for review.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know that they are talking about putting together like a content calendar so that they have a more predictable cadence on releasing stuff. So this could be a really good opportunity for us to say we have content. We would love to get inserted into this and
Yeah.
get it to help get our message out. And she'll be very agreeable to that.
Yeah.
She loves content.
Yeah, we'll be giving her the content anyway, and they can tweak it however they want, but
Yeah.
at least it's a starting point.
Yeah, if we come to them saying we have 26 weeks of tips, can we get included? I think she'll be very agreeable to that.
Yeah, I would actually like to get maybe even some of them to give us tips from just sort of the marketing perspective,
Yeah.
or just their career perspective in general.
I think she'd love that. That'd be kind of cool way to get the staff engaged. Yeah.
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 Convert them into contributors.
Well, yeah, after I think it was the first community office hours, we had a little sort of side conversation with them about sort of gender stereotypes in marketing and how they're just as harmful and but also tend to be sort of the opposite of, men don't do this and yeah. So this is kind of why I think it'd be kind of neat to elevate like their
Yeah, and
their perspectives.
it's career tips anyway, so they got
Yeah.
careers. We're not knocking them, and like security needs marketing because no one's gonna care about security if there is no marketing.
Yeah.
It's just we all struggle with that because we don't care about the marketing.
Yep. It's like my least favorite part.
Yeah.
Um,
I just like making the pretty pictures.
Well,
yeah.
and I have David from our, they do the engineering on our podcast. So he's helping me get other talks set up. So if we think we're ready, if we have enough content, I'd be glad to do a DE and I focused conversation or just a conversation with the group and on whatever topic we want to. So, but I can get us injected into the What's in the Sauce podcast as well. So if we can find a topic, uh,
We can just talk about the working group and what we're trying to do.
Yeah. I think they'd be a really good starting point, and then maybe at some point later, something more focused. We had talked about this like I think a while ago, a little bit. Um, you had said that the episodes were about 10 minutes. Is that
The we're shooting for 12-ish.
okay?
Mine have gone longer. I've had a 22-minute podcast once. That's just because
Oh,
the
okay.
conversation was really interesting, but we try to keep it on the shorter side. But if there's no reason to say we can't do longer or we can't do something else. I think, Angela and I were talking about, we might do some YouTube shorts about some of the working groups just to try to have little kind of pithy little bites. And then maybe that's another way, again, we could have just somebody from the group talking about amazing things that they're doing or some project they want to try to get newcomers to.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're going to just do a totally separate thing, again, we can pitch that as well.
I think we can do multiple, but I think the first one should be about what we're trying to do and accomplish and maybe any call of actions that we have, like
Yeah.
how we're looking for, what are we looking for? The projects, the projects and the mentees, like that could be a call for action.
Yeah.
And also a call to action for trying to enlist mentors as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But also, maybe a third one, I don't know how many we can pack in, is to get people to submit to more CFPs. So I've been reviewing for Six Door Con, and there aren't too many submissions, but there's like 3 women in the entire 26 submissions. And that just always breaks my heart a little bit. It's like, I know you're out there and doing great work. Like, please submit. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how to really improve the situation for CFP submissions other than like maybe partnering up with some of them.
Maybe submitting a session, how to participate and submit in this, like the SIG store community, for example, and just tailor it
yeah.
specifically towards the audience you want to reach out to. Hey, new people, underserved communities, I mean, kind of what
Yeah.
our target is, our theme is, and like write the presentation to engage them and get that put into the thing, because you'll have, I'm guessing SigStoreCon is going to be a lot of technical talks.
Oh,
that,
very technical. Yeah.
and that might be intimidating for some people. And you have this talk saying, here's how this community works and how to get engaged and how to find a mentor or find a project that you want to contribute to. That might be a good on ramp for people to invite them in.
Yeah. And also, I think several of us have done reviews for the CFPs, and we can also bring in lessons from that. So I know, like in the academic world, like shepherding papers towards like an acceptable place was very normal, but it didn't seem like it was very normal for talks. And so there are a couple of speakers that we really wanted to invite, but their talks weren't 100% there. So a couple of reviewers are like, yeah, I'll volunteer to help them get it there so that they can
Oh,
actually make it through. And I don't know, if it's just like a handful of people, it's not that much extra work.
The other thing we can do is when we do post these like CFPs, there's like a bunch of DEI groups, and we had a list and it disappeared, sadly, of
Yeah.
DEI groups. I know. I'm so sad I worked on it and I see it. I see the document.
Yeah.
Because I know when the Alpha Omega had the mentorship program, I like blasted it on a bunch of Discord channels that I'm on. And like within a week, we had like 200 people like a sign up. So I think the like finding those Discord channels where the security professionals and the engineers are hiding in, finding their black holes, and then sending it there would be a good way.
Yeah.
And thinking about if we're able to put together like a talk on, how to encourage kind of getting more people from the community engaged, that's something that we could maybe re-record, put on the foundation YouTube channel, because they still have that, and kind of
Okay.
make that evergreen artifact. Like, hey, here's a resource of this working group, like how to get papers submitted or how to get engaged in the community.
Yeah.
Can we do two then? Like at least right now, I'll get them scheduled. One about the group and one for CFP.
Yeah.
We can just get it started.
Yeah. And then, whether it's we can do it multiple channels. We do the podcast, but then this would be like a webinar or just a video out on the channel again.
Could we actually do this? Might be a very good like tech talk topic almost. And I know I remember seeing earlier this year just like a whole schedule of tech talks, and we've had like one, maybe two. I don't know what happened there.
Let's reach out to Sally and Angela and find out.
Yeah.
I think that'd be amazing. Again, just for us to get the word out and again, try to recruit more people.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like this. And then we can still give the same or like a derivative talk at a conference. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are sort of like, yeah, it would be kind of nice to improve and support communities, and we just don't know how.
Or it's
Yeah.
intimidating if you've never done it. It's intimidating. The first
Yeah,
issue I ever submitted, I was scared to death. So I get it.
it is
Yeah.
intimidating to
So
do public
intimidating.
speaking. Yeah.
We could probably also, because I'm sure they have the raw recording from our last office hours. That could be something we get a video editor that like cuts it into like the snippets for the YouTube Reels or the YouTube Shorts. So the content's already there. Whatever we recorded for the office hours, the content's already there. We just need someone to do the work.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think Sally had mentioned they were going to maybe put those recordings on YouTube, but I never found them. So maybe we need to just follow up with them and
They do
say,
take a while.
oh, maybe for a whole hour. Yeah, maybe that just takes a long time to upload.
So
we can ask today, kind of saying, hey, what is this? And maybe with, again, some of the personnel changes that just kind of dropped in priority and got, we can remind them and get that out there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna take this same spreadsheet we already have because I don't like having a million different documents. Did I already post this? No, but I'm just gonna create a new tab in the spreadsheet to put in.
It looks like they haven't updated anything in like 4 months on YouTube.
Oh,
We'll
I-
help them get that
um,
content, that pipeline together for them so they have something interesting.
We're going to tip of the month.
Yeah, I'm just adding that tab. What is the tip? I'll just say author. I don't know what else to call it. And then maybe like rule and or something like that. Role or yeah, maybe that's better. So yeah, we can all put something in here. And then yeah, ask staff, maybe ask others on the TAC and stuff to put their ideas in here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we each do 5 just to start. At least that's
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Okay. With the extra time we got.
I'm gonna have to think about some of that. Yeah. Hopefully we get a good. Actually, is this like editable by a bunch of people? No, right now they're commenting. I'm gonna switch anyone with the link and edit. So then actually people can just like write in topic ideas or schedule ideas. I'm seeing for community office hours, we have something planned until October 24. So right now it's the should I apply to graduate programs, but I don't know if that's something you want to cover right now or if you want to cover something like some of the topic ideas that we have
I think
on the
topic
second tab.
ideas.
Yeah, I still really like the effectively pitching your ideas one.
Mhm.
Um,
I think brand and community is a good one too.
yeah. Okay. Should we
And
give
then
everyone? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
we can do how to grow your brand and your community for November and then just take December off.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
It's
November might collide with U.S. Thanksgiving,
oh, that's right.
so we may
Because
need to
it's
add back.
yeah. Let's see.
It definitely, I think that's the if it's the 20th, that's the week of the LF member summit too.
Should we
I'm
like
sorry.
pull
Excuse
it
me.
up?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
I completely forgot about this. I wanted to attend, but I just want to know what you're looking at. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
So we have monthly office hours. I just reshared the link. We have monthly office hours. The next one's going to be this Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. It's going to talk about finding mentors, community in open source and cybersecurity. We were just looking at the upcoming schedule for the remaining of the year and seeing the topics and then date for November.
I just posted a link to the spreadsheet in the Zoom chat for you.
Yeah. And I don't know if you want to like introduce yourself quickly, Paris. Is am I saying your name correctly?
Absolutely. Just like the city and friends. No problem.
Yeah.
And thanks for sharing the spreadsheet. Yeah. I've been mainly, my name is Paris Lucas. I've been active in mainly the Cloud Native Foundation and OpenJS in the past. I had some medical issues. So I hopefully overcame all of those over the last 9 months. So I'm just trying to get re-engaged, and I'm trying to get re-engaged in different new places. So I just been attending different meetings just to figure out where I could plug in. So I haven't even, maybe this is my second or third DEI one that I've attended, and I think this is the first one I've actually been late to. So, but again, I'm not sure where I can plug in or anything, but I figured I'd just attend a few meetings and figure that out.
Perfect. Yeah, let you know a little bit about the group. We're here to kind of help spread the word of OpenSSF, the projects that we're working on, and then bring folks that are new or transitioning into the space. So we have the community office hours. On that same link that we sent, there's a tab called Tip of the Month, and we're going to be working with our marketing folks to just send out a tip of the month that's very career focused so that our audience can see it. And then we were also discussing getting on the podcast and talking about the community, and then trying to help solve the problem of some of our CFPs for conferences, including was it Fusion, Floss,
Yeah, Fusion.
Sig Store, One, KubeCon, just increasing the representation of different folks into that into the space, and just open it up for new folks to speak publicly. So that's just kind of the top level items that we discussed today. So if you want to be a speaker, want to help create some content, have some ideas, or know some communities we can connect to, all is welcome.
I think at this moment I'll just try to be a promoter and try to do that and just figure out what's going on and before I deep dive. So I guess if I understand what's going on and I can help with maybe promoting on LinkedIn or someplace, or bringing up as a topic someplace, that'll be where I could possibly start.
All physical and digital traffic we appreciate.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thanks for joining today. Yeah, I don't know. So should we just sort of do a quick summary um,
I like it.
of the, yeah,
I guess actions, next steps, and
yeah,
action.
the next steps. So do we just want to set a date for the first tip of the month so that we can do that? And do we want to do tip of the month, tip of the week?
We'll
I
do
don't
month,
know.
just for
Okay.
now. It's not complicated.
Yeah. And so I guess we do need to set up some kind of maybe like regular, I don't know, reminder or communication with the marketing group. And so we sort of send them that. But yeah, do we want to set like a date for the first one?
So October is Cybersecurity Month, so that's also something to think about.
Oh, yeah.
I
didn't
would
know
think
that.
the first or second week of October.
Can we get our first tip ready before next week?
Yeah, could it just be like October 1st?
Sure,
Absolutely.
perfect. Problem solved. All right, next action item.
Well, we need a tip first.
All right, who's gonna drive this one? Who's gonna take the tip for October?
I guess Jay's on vacation, so he can't.
I was gonna hold him too.
Since we're talking about mentoring and coaching this Thursday, do we want to make it related to that?
Yeah, it probably makes sense to do something related to that.
We can take a nugget from that call and just paste it on some static.
Yep, also that. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Super. Thank you. Yeah, and I'll reach out to Sally and Angela here right after this call to kind of tee them up so that they are aware of our intent and get their agreement that they'll help us.
Yeah, I think there's also, we had talked about the OpenSSF Tech Talk on submitting to a CFP and sort of just making the CFP process more inclusive. Um, so yeah, I don't know. That's probably also a Sally and Angela
Yeah.
conversation.
Do we want that uh, posted to YouTube? Is that the request?
Should be.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah. So we definitely want the community office hours recordings to be posted to YouTube, but then also separately, what we had said about the CFP. The CFP talk, um, like targeting folks um, that aren't maybe feeling confident enough to submit.
And that's the tech talk, or is that something else?
It could be a tech talk, or it could just also be a talk that we submit to one of these CFPs.
Okay.
Like make it very meta. I don't know. Yeah. But since you don't know when the next CFP really is, that would have sort of a broad audience. Because I know B-sides is coming up in a bunch of different places, but that's a pretty local, like a pretty localized
I'm gonna
audience,
be at
right?
2 of them for career development, so I can squeeze it in to my presentation. So at least we hit B-sides Orlando and B-sides South Florida.
Okay, yeah. I can't make B-sides Portland this year. But I know, yeah, they're kind of everywhere, so.
Unfortunately, because I have to go to Sauce Fusion now, I'm missing out on. There's a conference I go to in Cleveland, and the one of the first days is a career day and also Women in Cybersecurity Day. And I was hoping to go there to support that, but I'll be in Atlanta, so I'll miss that. But I can also put something in my presentation because we do have a ton of students, high school and community college that attend that event. So that'll be a little outreach there.
Yeah.
Paris, to your comment on the CFP, does a link exist for the CFP? We haven't created the CFP yet, but for that one specific line, there's a podcast that OpenSSF, I think, runs, or Linux Foundation. It's called Sauce. That particular line was to get on the podcast to talk about how to apply. Just clarity on that one. And then YouTube, there's an OpenSSF YouTube channel, which I see that you have it highlighted. I think that's you, but just in case that was the next question.
Yeah, and I'll also say, in the spreadsheet that we shared, Paris, there's like different tabs where you can just write in extra topics to discuss in future office hours or a tip of the month that you might want to share just from your own experience to being in open source, being in security. Feel free to add a line or two in there for yourself. The idea is to definitely highlight community members as well. So don't feel like yeah, definitely like you're welcome to contribute to that.
Please note that my question is only because I'm new, not so much that I'm just trying to get up to speed. And on the YouTube channel, I think we should make sure that we put some kind of tag in there specifically that's the DEI group so that people can find it because the channel has a lot of videos. Um, I don't know. I think at minimum a tag. I know that they allow you to create communities and all that within there, but that gets more complicated.
Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you. Because they do write it in the title, but the search doesn't do that great of a job.
Yeah, I think if you make sure there's a tag in the video, then that would help.
Okay, so for actions, I have create a sync with marketing for the tip. We'll start October 1st, mentoring and coaching. I put my name as the one to take it. And then reaching out to Sally and Angela. So they're aware that's Chrome, and that includes Tech Talk, submitting to CFP, the office hours posting to YouTube, and if they could add a tag. Submitting and talk to conference and how to submit broader audience. That's just me for the 2 conferences. And then thoughts around Grace Hopper. I got to reach out to Karina, not
Catherine?
Karina, Catherine, thank you. And then
I just
Mar-
added the office hours outreach for 1 or 2 more speakers for the mentorship one. I will take that on.
okay.
Yeah.
Are we missing any other actions?
I'll get the ball rolling for the podcast. I'll send an official email to David Sprague. He's our engineer, so I'll get that set up. Is this going to be Marsala and Yessie talking with me? Do you want to include anybody else?
If Jay is available and wants
Yeah.
to join.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we want to include idioma,
Oh, Ijoma?
yeah.
When would
Yeah,
that
we
be?
do.
Well,
TBD.
TBD. And for generally the podcast, again, we're looking for about 10 to 12 minutes of content. So I don't want to add too many people, but if I don't have a problem doing multiple topics, so we could record multiple things. So let's decide on what our first topic would be. And if we want multiple topics, I'm all for that. We can help that.
That's
Yeah,
very
I
good.
don't mind doing it at all. Just let me know date and time, and I'll be there.
I also know one other gentleman that might be interested in talking about open source and community. He works a lot in the AI ML space. And what's the other one? SPDX, SBOM. I know he works in those.
Groovy. All right, I'll go talk to Sally and Angela right now and get that, see what we can do about getting the office hours posted and prep them for tip of the month.
Okay. Guess we can give everyone 6 minutes back, which is always nice.
Paris,
Yeah, I think,
Paris, did you have any questions before we hop off?
yeah.
I don't have any questions right now. I think right now I just feel better if I could do some kind of minor supportive role. And if you just need somebody to do something really quick and dirty and it's not going to take all day to do it, I think I'm available to do those things. And I'm going to try to do better showing up a little earlier so you don't have to backtrack answering my questions.
And
No pressure.
if you're interested just to listen, we're doing the office hours this Thursday, starting at noon Eastern. So if you have some free time on Thursday and want to listen in, that would be wonderful.
I will, Thursday set at noon, right? Yep,
Yeah.
I have it on my calendar. I'll be on for the first, well, no, I can't be on there. I thought I didn't have anything the first half hour, but apparently somebody scheduled me for something. So
Double booked. Who does that?
is it being recorded or no?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's being recorded.
that's what part of my conversation is. I want those recordings put onto our YouTube channel.
Sure. So yeah, I'll definitely take the time to review the recordings and attend the next, regular scheduled meeting, hopefully on time this time. And I have it right on my calendar, and I have it sitting here saying, notify me 10 minutes before, but I don't know what's going on. I'm getting old, so that's all I can say.
It's change of season. We'll just blame the change of season.
Yeah, no worries. I have a lot of issues with notifications too for some reason. The importing into the calendar doesn't always import the notifications.
Into my brain.
Yeah.
Here's all.
All right. It was
Have a
nice
good
meeting
one.
everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.